Hello from Clio Cloud Conference 2018 in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Gyi Tsakalakis.
Tys von Gaza.
Andrew Gay.
And we're on the road with Legal Talk Network. And we're back. Thank you so much for joining us on the road. It's a pleasure to be here in the Big Easy. Today, we're talking about launch code. But before we get started, we'd like to thank our longtime sponsor, Clio, whose conference is being featured in this series of episodes. If you like what you're hearing, why not check out their conference for real, along with 1,500 other legal professionals at next year's 2019 Clio Cloud Conference. For more information, visit cliocloudconference.com. That's CLIO cloudconference.com. And now, let's get to it. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you work, and what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us, Gyi. My name's Andrew, and I'm the manager of product partnerships here at Clio. I've been with Clio for about 4 years, and really my role at Clio is to kind of do two things. It's to, one, accelerate the velocity at which we're able to offer new integrations to our customers, and then two, to accelerate the quality. And so I work with Tys, who you'll meet in a minute, to really bring those powerful technologies to our customers.
Awesome.
And my name is Tys von Gaza. I'm the Director of Software Development at Clio, focusing on Clio's API and platform. So I handle the technical side of our API and platform, working on building new functionality, cross-cutting across the whole application, thinking about our API security and performance, and you're really working on the making the experience of our developers the best that it can be. They're really our customers. So caring a lot about the integrations and support of that platform.
Very cool. And you guys had some big announcements at the conference that I'm sure are making you guys both very busy. Talk to us about some of the things that have been recently coming out of Clio that you guys are very excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I can certainly speak to some of the things that we're excited about, today and yesterday. So yesterday we had the live pitch of the launch code contest, which is the $100,000 cash contest for the best new integration for Clio. So we kicked that off last Clio Cloud Conference. We had about 60 companies build powerful integrations with Clio over the past year, which is honestly amazing. We were blown away by that response. We ended up selecting 5 finalists, and those finalists pitched their integrations live in front of a panel of judges yesterday. And we're thrilled to say that we're going to announce the winner, who's going to take home $100,000 tonight at Jack's closing keynote.
Very exciting. Very cool program, and really it's the speed with which it's taken off and people have been getting into it. It's been really impressive to see. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for Clio. What are your vision of where do you see the Tys, you work with the API. How are different partners working with the API, and what can you tell people that are interested in maybe partnering with Clio what they need to know?
Yeah, so part of the vision of Clio's platform and API is really see Clio as this central operating system for a law firm. And we at Clio know that we can't solve every problem. The legal industry is very diverse, and with all the different practice areas and the different workflows and billing methods that our customers have, and we just can't solve all of that, nor do we necessarily want to solve all of that, but we feel that we can be this foundational platform that integrations can hang off of and engage with and connect with to really allow law firms to customize their firms to really fit their needs, and kind of Clio being that central piece that connects all the pieces together. So we care deeply about having an open platform. I think we were the first practice management solution that had an open platform back in 2012, where we launched at ABA Tech Show, I think with 4 integration partners way back then. And over the last 6 years of just seeing the growth, a lot of it organic without us actually doing a lot of, having someone like Andrew on the platform side, like people just wanted to connect with us, and kind of if you build it, they will come type approach. And we see a lot of success there, and we're seeing our customers better serve their clients because of these integrations. We're really happy to see that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think you use the term the operating system for the law firm. I think that really resonates with me, and I know that. Like you said, because it's so diverse, it's hard for a lot of these firms to piecemeal things together. They need something that helps everything talk together, and I think that's kind of part of what you guys are trying to do, right? Yeah,
absolutely. One of the things that I think has been really clear from Clio from the beginning is that we're largely practice area agnostic, and we really value the breadth of our tool. So we love that Clio does so many things for so many different people, but we know, and I think a lot of our customers know, that there's a lot of very specific tasks or specific workflows or specific types of functions that Clio maybe doesn't have on our roadmap. And so what we see is this really powerful vision where our partners step into that void and can offer powerful solutions to our customers in a really synergistic way, which is just amazing to see, the value that they can bring directly to our customers. And, like Tys said, we've been just humbled by the organic inbound opportunity and the interest that people have shown. And, to that end, we've really tried to pour, gasoline on the fire, to use that expression. And, Launch Code is a good example of that. The Developer Fund is a good example of that. Some of the new technology that Tys is building with the custom links that we released today, those are all good examples where we want to offer, not maybe 120 integrations that are available today, but 1,000 integrations, right? The sky's the limit for this type of platform and what we can offer to our customers.
Very cool. And so my background in marketing, I think that's one of the things that we really appreciate, is being able to connect those pipes and be able to understand the whole customer journey from clicking on an ad all the way to becoming a fee. And I think Clio's building that for us, right?
We've got a lot of different kind of unique features coming, some of which, will have some overlap with some of the cool workflows that you've talked about, and some of which we'll probably lean on our partners to be able to bring, to the space. I think, the other thing, and kind of the, Tys and I were laughing about the elephant in the room earlier, is, we're thrilled to have the Lexicata team join the Clio family. And really, I want to call that out. That's a platform story, right? That's just a homegrown success story of a company that, with a passionate team of founders, saw opportunity on the technology that Tys built back in the day. They had a ton of success on Clio's platform, and truth be told, we noticed, right? We took notice, and you can see where it ended up. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to go to the Clio Grow Room, and I was very impressed with what's going on over there. So kudos for you guys on that. It's going to be a great feature, and eventually a full integration into part of the core Clio, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So what else? What else is coming down the pipe for Clio? You mentioned the custom links. Tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we've been working this summer on a new piece of functionality, which right now, if you're an integration partner, there's no really way to allow customers to start their workflows right from within Clio. You have to visit another website and then start the action you're trying to do. And we want to flip that around. We wanted to pull our integration partners further into Clio and allow our customers to have a much more seamless and effortless experience on getting their work done. So we're introducing a piece of functionality that lets our applications add custom actions right into Clio itself. It would be just a small API call for those developers, which will then allow them to trigger these workflows right from the app. We're really excited to see the creativity with that. We actually built a signature application that's making use of DocuSign to allow our customers to preview this, and our app developers to get a sense of what this might entail to kind of spur that creativity, and basically allows our customers to visit the document site if they add this integration, and there'll be a drop-down that will let that document be sent to DocuSign to start an e-signature workflow. Really, really simple, and it's actually turned out really slick. It surprised us when we first saw it. We're like, wow, this is amazing. And I can't wait to see what our integration partners do and get really creative about adding functionality right into Clio itself.
That's awesome. Yeah, the platform flexibility, the sky's the limit. So if I'm a partner or I'm interested in becoming a partner, how do I get started? How do I interface with Clio?
Yeah, good question. So the first thing I would say is if you visit our app directory, so clio.com/app directory, in the top right there's a button that says Become a Partner. That's kind of the entry point that we look for new partners. And what it's going to do is going to ask you to complete a registration form. I promise it's not an application. It is a registration form. Don't spend 100 years on it. We're not going to vet them. But what you'll do is you're going to fill out the form. You click Submit. It's going to do two things. It creates a registration on our side, so we have a little bit of a picture of who you are and what you're looking to develop. But again, we're not screening them. And then it's going to send you all of what you need to get started. So kind of crucially, you're going to get two things. You're going to get the API documentation for API version 4, and then you're going to get instructions to set up a developer account. So those are kind of the two pieces that you'll need, plus all of the FAQs, the timelines, everything else that's in that email as well. So that's where I would start.
Awesome. So if you've got the development chops, you guys make it pretty easy to get started and to build right in there.
Honestly, we've seen people turn integrations around in 10 days.
Wow,
I think there's stuff that is really seamless, and that's a big credit to Tys and his team.
That's great. That's a great experience for the developers too. It makes them more inclined to come into the ecosystem and start building.
Yeah, if those developers that are curious, they kind of want to get a preview of what they can expect. Our API documentations are open to the public. Anyone We're not behind a paywall or anything like that. You just have to Google Clio API, and it'll be the first link that you'll see there. And for those that don't know, all of Clio is built on top of our API. Last year we released the Apollo improvement, and it's completely API driven. And so basically every piece of functionality that's exposed within the product is in our API documentation that third parties can hook into and use and kind of build improvements on, or their own take on how to do these workflows. So we're really excited on that front, just to see so many of Clio, like Clio's own product, making use of the API. And that also means that the quality is that much higher. Mm-hmm. If there's a bug in our API, we feel it ourselves and we fix it right away. So that the bar is really up there.
Yep, holding yourself accountable, eating your own dog food. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in legal tech at least, there aren't a lot of companies that have gone that route, right? I mean, aren't you guys unique in having the fully open API?
I can't speak directly to any of our competitors, but certainly I think what I can say is with the breadth and the investment that we've made and the accessibility, the transparency, and the availability, I can pretty confidently say, there's nobody else that's made that investment in the space. And, we really pride ourselves in how well we treat our partners, how well we invest in that community, and how much we want them to succeed. And the fact that, most companies would expose maybe, 20% of their product via an API, right? We're really getting a lot closer toward 100%. Obviously there's a few things we got to be mindful of for security, but at the end of the day, we want you to be able to touch almost anything in Clio, and we want our customers to have that option. And like you said, that is unparalleled.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to chat today. Before we close it out for today, I have one last question for you. If our listeners would like to follow up, how can they reach you?
Yeah, thanks. It's a great question. And again, thank you for having us. It's been a great time to chat about platform. My email is andrew.gay, G-A-Y, at clio.com. We would love to hear from you. I have conversations with new and prospective partners all the time. That is my job. And I would love to chat with you about building integration. So if you're interested, please do reach out. If you have technical questions, I would start with API@clio.com. That's going to give you to a sort of round rover option on the developer front. And it's a little bit more reliable than a sort of one-off.
Yeah, and people can contact me at Tys, that's T-Y-S, @clio.com, or follow me on Twitter at Tys von Gaza.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Well, we've reached the end of the road for today's episode. I want to thank our guests for joining us today. We also want to thank our listeners for tuning in. If you like what you heard today, please rate us in Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next time for another episode of On the Road with Legal Talk Network.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS, find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.